What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. A lot to talk about in the world of boxing on the Vampire Stream. Let's get it, people. Let's get it. Definitely just a lot of different stories. Egomania, y'all know what it is. Gang Gang. Ramsey. Vamp Life. You already know how we do it. The Vampire Stream. We just gonna chop it up for a little bit. Talk about this boxing game. Well, we got a shooter. Shooter. That's what I'm talking about. Gang gang. What up, Ego? Miguel, what's up? Oh, we got another shooter. Kennedy Linder. The Vampire Stream. We lit. H-Town Scrooston. Shooters, shooters, shoot. Let's get it. We got a 3-shooter. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. He said gang gang wrench mafia. That's what I'm saying. Ego, good night of boxing talk with Ego. Another good. Yeah, man, we try to have these good. It got a little crazy on the Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder one. Listen, I'm getting sick of some of these fans. If either you're gonna be a fan or this probably is not the page for you. You know what I'm saying? People mad and angry that others want to see Wilder Joshua. Get over it. It's a good fight. It's for undisputed. Something that's not happening all the time, especially in the heavyweight division. Listen, in all divisions, there's a lot of situational things where these undisputed scenarios can't happen because this promoter don't work with this promoter or this fighter's on this network and this one's on this. They're literally Joshua Wilder. There are literally no roadblocks other than the ones that people are making up, like Eddie Hearn, fans, stuff like that. Like, why would you allow for that? Like, okay, Mayweather Pacquiao, whatever. They didn't see eye to eye on a couple things. One guy was on HBO, one was on Showtime. One guy wanted drug testing, the other guy didn't. You know what I mean? And everyone keeps comparing to that fight, but they're trying to manufacture drama, manufacture hangups that don't exist. Joshua has been fighting on Showtime and Sky Sports. There's been no problem with that, right? Deontay Wilder, he's with Premier Boxing Champs. He's been fighting on Showtime. Ego, you back home? I never left home. Shout out to Southwest. Hold on, we got a super chat. Marvin Tapper, $10 super chat. I never left because I already missed today's festivities, and I got some computer shit that I'm trying to transfer files, and I just got to running around. So anyway, shout out to Southwest. They allow you to switch and change your flight as many times as you need. So I'm just gonna head out tomorrow. Vegas is an easy. See, and that's the thing I love about Vegas is I live in California. That's an easy flight. It's only 45 minutes. So it wasn't worth it for me to stress out and try to speed and you know what I mean. I already missed the media day for the Edislandi Lotta card, so it really didn't even. I didn't need to be there tonight. You know what I'm saying? So that yeah, I didn't leave, but I'll leave tomorrow. It's only a 45-minute flight. But yeah, with this Joshua Wilder shit, it's crazy, man. It's like Joshua's on the same network, Wilder's on the same network. To my knowledge, neither guy has an issue with drug testing. So it's like what like they're trying to create obstacles that aren't even there. Mayweather and Pacquiao had some things they had to really, you know what I mean? Mayweather said Bob Arum owed him money from past fights, like the Zab Judah fight. Wilder was never with Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he owes him back money. To my knowledge, they both are willing to take drug tests. So that's not a concern. So stop fabricating and trying to create these scenarios. Yeah, listen, I appreciate the channel's just getting big, man. We blowing up. The live streams are the livest, and people are checking them out. Even the haters, they keep coming back. They keep getting banned and slavids and all these people. Um, we're always looking for a few good men, but right now we're cool on shooters. We have every stream, we have at least 2 to 5 you know what I mean, that are frequent at any given time. So we don't really need see. And another thing is I'm weary because we had that shooter, the Diamante jeweler, that would double cross me. So we're not accepting. I that same day he double crossed me, we had two new shooters added, Ronald Finkley and Kennedy Linder. So we're cool for shooters right now, but change if you know what I mean, if we need more help policing. Manuel Gabriel, $2 super chat. He just said smash the like button. I agree. Yeah, man. I need more shooters. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, man, people are trying to create issues that aren't there with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua in terms of the buildup. Like, Wilder don't got to go through no additional hangups and hurdles and stuff like that, right? Why should he? Why like the number one thing that fucks up a lot of you casuals is even if we play your game and listen to what you're saying, you would have to apply that to everybody and everything. For example, if Wilder is has a bum ass resume and he can't sell out stadiums, so that's why he don't get the Joshua fight, then every single person that Joshua fights needs to meet that criteria. And we know that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? You got a guy like Gerald Miller, who's my dude, and I'll probably call him sometime soon. Follows me on Snapchat, my personal Snapchat and everything, right? That's my dude, but he fought guys that Wilder beat after Wilder. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get to that level of getting a title shot. You know what I'm saying? And aside from that, is he's not headlining cards yet. That's the reality. I mean, it's not an offense. It's just a reality. He's not the main event as of right now. He might have been with Fred Cassidy. I don't remember that particular fight, but not on big Barclay cards and stuff like that. So once again, why is it that Wilder has to go through all these extra hurdles? It just doesn't make sense. Ego baby, what it do? Love from the H Town. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. Shout out to man, Texas. I can't wait till Texas have a fight. I gotta get there. I gotta get there. Texas always show love. Let's do a roll call. I forgot to do a roll call. City, state, zip. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Smash the like button. We just working. Ain't nobody out working us. We are the unit. We are the army. Let's get it. Texas, VA. Texas got the best barbecue. I'm going to be out there so I can find out. The town, Fresno, California. Lincoln, Nebraska. Eagle Pass, Texas. Maryville. Houston, 832, homie. Paramount. New Orleans, 504. The 504 boys. 520, Tucson, Arizona. Pick Union, DTL, downtown LA, Michigan, always in this The Vampire Stream. South Korea, checking in, keep up the work. Shout out to you in South Korea. Bronx, New York, 104.57. San Diego, Marvin Tapper, Winter Haven, Florida, Ohio, Seattle, Washington, Texas City, Ice City, Guatemala, Omaha, 402. Pasco, Washington, Chicago, Downey, California, Gainesville, Florida. Damn, y'all from everywhere. Y'all repping. Tijuana. Yeah, man. We gonna eradicate the fake stuff in boxing. You know what I mean? If you a fan, just be a fan. Like, you should be down to see good fights. Now let's talk about the main thing that I put in the title. In case you guys haven't heard, Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter, it's not official, but Mauricio Suleiman, who is the head of the WBC, the president, and he has the power and authority and the like I said, power and authority to pull the strings and facilitate this. He told ESPN Deportes, I did a video on it, the links to the article is in the description box. He says that he wants to call for that fight, Danny Garcia versus Showtime Shawn Porter. Now, I know the Porters, shout out to them on a personal level, and I've spent time with them out in Vegas. They want the fight. This is before this happen. Like I talked to him, like off camera and stuff like that, and they want the fight for sure. They want the fight. I don't know Dan. I met Danny Garcia, but I don't know him like you know what I mean, or I have his phone number or anything. So I don't know how much he wants to fight. I don't know if he wants to fight, but I love it. I think it's a good fight. Listen, if they make that, Showtime is copping a squat on HBO. This is just killer. This Showtime, like what like honestly, see this is why new media is so important to the game. New media is restructuring the game. How what you used to get fed versus now, like new media. Because when Al Heyman came out, I remember me and Dante were doing videos, and see, and this is the thing is, me and Dante have been in the same like bracket, the same echelon of subscribers. Like we've been doing very well for a while in terms of you know me having a good amount of subscriptions. Definitely when Premier Boxing Champs came out, you know what I mean, we had a good amount of subscribers. Talk about Danny, champ of the world. Talk about Danny. So me and DB and we've had a good amount of subscribers even when Premier Boxing Champs got introduced. Now there were a ton of people who were just straight up, let's be real, they were hating. They were just hating, saying it would never work. They were saying after it first came out, oh yeah, that's cool, but they blew the budget. They have no money. Al Heyman's the cancer, and who cares if it's on free TV? It's it's quality over quantity. Who cares that he has all these fights because they're all cherry picked mismatches? Oh, what a difference a couple years make. Right now, Al Heyman, Richard Schaefer, Steven Espinoza, and Lou DiBella, all them dudes that are affiliated with that umbrella are murdering right now. The Vampire Street. They're murdering. Even ESPN. Because here's why. ESPN has some good fights. Shout out to Top Rank. They are putting some quality matches, but Top Rank has never been, in my view, never been known for stacked, competitive undercards. They'll have a killer main event, but then the undercard is Mick Connellan versus Roger Craig. You know what I'm saying? Like Shakur Stevenson versus some guy from Mexico that you never heard of, or you know what I mean? Like they're building them up type fights. Al Heyman, Showtime, what they're doing, they're giving you quality cards. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be in Vegas this week covering the Edislandi Lara versus Jared Swift Hurt. Now, in terms of pure star power, it's not like crazy names and this is the biggest name, but that's a meaningful fight for the division, and it's a good fight. You know what I mean? So that is just what it is. Then they're putting James DeGale versus Caleb Truax, which is kind of a do or die fight with Olympic gold medalist, British gold medalist James DeGale. So I give him props actually for taking the immediate rematch, because if he loses this fight, that's not going to look good. He already lost to George Groves. In my opinion, he lost to Badu Jack, and they lied and said it was a draw. Then you lose to Caleb Truax, the underdog who's been stopped by Danny Jacobs. Shout out to my dude, Danny Jacobs. Got stopped by Anthony Durrell, but he managed to move up in weight and almost stop James DeGale. So that's a do or die fight. Then you have, I'm telling you guys, listen to me. I was just in Virgil's gym. What happens in the gym stays in the gym. But Julian J. Rock Williams, I got to watch him spar a couple different guys, and he's looking sharp. Now, his opponent doesn't have as much, like the thing, I never seen J. Rock spar. But one thing that I picked up, because he's on the card too. One thing I picked up on J. Rock is very, and actually watching, this is my opinion, watching Julian Williams spar made me respect the Charlo win even more, because Charlo is a good fighter, and so is J. Rock. You know what I mean? Even with the loss, he's a good fighter. You could see this. Shout out to Philly, man. Philly makes some tough dudes. Like J. Rock is super composed and very fluid and like loose in there. Like you could tell he's a thinker in there. And he kind of has an idea of what he wants to do. You know what I mean? Some guys just get in there and just fight off might and shit. But anyway, his opponent is the guy that knocked out Justin DeLoach. You get me? So he's not as technical, but he has good, very good power from what it looks like from his record. And then I watched him knock out Deloach, who was Justin Deloach, knocked out the Mayweather dude. I think Chris Pearson's or somebody. I was at that fight. It was at a little small casino. Floyd was there. That's a good fight. I'm telling you, that's a sleeper fight, and that's just one card from Showtime. Yeah, when Floyd Mayweather left HBO, they shot themselves. Once Floyd left, their numbers went way down. Well, HBO, in my honest opinion, they fucked up. They fucked up letting Floyd leave. Cause Floyd, see, HBO did what Top Rank did, and I'm telling you, you guys don't listen to me. I don't care. I don't care if you take my word for it. Don't, because the one thing that I always have to fall back on is time reveals everything. So hear it today, and if it don't make sense to you, fine. I'll try my best to explain it. But HBO letting Floyd leave, they made the same exact mistake that Top Rank did letting Floyd Mayweather leave. They undervalued the power of the black fighter. Period. Why are you bringing up race? Leave the channel. If you don't understand these concepts that I'm talking about, and you're not willing to open your ears and open your minds to what I'm saying, then you know what I mean, this is probably not the channel for you. I think they grossly underestimated. What I mean by that is there's a lot of talented fighters from around the world. You know what I'm saying? Mexico, Ukraine has a lot of talent. Usyk, I'm really checking for. Vodstick, of course, Lomachenko. So there's guys from around the world. British has a lot of champions and stuff. UK, but for some reason, the black market, the black fighter, is viewed upon as like no one's gonna support them, no one's gonna celebrate them, no one's gonna buy tickets. They'll watch the fights for free only. No one's gonna buy merchandise, stuff like that. Because there's no way you can have a Floyd Mayweather signed to you and let that get away. Because I know this as a manager. When I was working at Lowe's as a manager, if we had a great associate who was all around reliable, strong department manager, knew how to, they had leadership qualities, all that, and they were starting to get like peeved or whatever, I would do my best to try to keep them from getting disgruntled when things were happening, because I knew how valuable they were to the team. You know what I'm saying? But Top Rank made a huge blunder letting Floyd Mayweather leave. Because look, Floyd left, bought himself out of his contract under $1 million, people. And then he started getting so big to the point where he was making $32 million guaranteed to fight Robert Guerrero, and like, you know what I mean? 750,000 out of his contract. That ain't shit. Because look what he did. Look what he did. Okay, so that man, bro, tell me. Listen to me. Name Floyd Mayweather has time and time again, ego or old head, whatever. Floyd Mayweather has time and time again found ways to kind of reinvent himself. And if y'all know anything about the dope game, it's called a flip, where you get a brick. You know what I'm saying? You get a key of that pure, that cocaina, right? And then you expand it, right? And then you sell it and make more profit. You stretch it. Floyd is the king of doing that. Now, I'm not talking about selling drugs, but I'm talking about flipping and doubling his margins and his profits and stuff like that. He got out of his contract for under $1 million, and then for back-to-back fights, he was getting at least a guaranteed $32 million. Robert Guerrero, $32 million with Showtime. Canelo, guaranteed $32 million, plus that fight had top 5 live gates of all time. So he made a lot of money on the back end. Maidana's and all these fights. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't even spend a mil. Look, what kind of return on your investment is that? When you don't even spend $1 million to buy yourself out of a contract, you leave, and then you're making these types of paychecks. The paycheck he got with Cotto, the paychecks he got with Pacquiao. Like, it's unheard of. Floyd is the king of flips. He'll take that and then he'll flip it. Top Rank dropped the ball, letting him leave. Same thing with HBO. And it's because HBO was talking shit. One of the last straws was, people laughed at it, but I seen a deeper problem. Larry Merchant some people, this is my opinion. Larry Merchant is not that good. He's never been that good to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to disrespect. I've seen him at fights and stuff, but he's never been that real to me. Like I never listened to Larry Merchant and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a I listen to Roy Jones, I learn all the time. You know what I mean? Larry Merchant, he be talking shit. And they a lot of these guys with HBO, it seems they just give this aura like they don't like black fighters. Just to be Larry, I remember Larry Merchant was talking to Lennox Lewis after the Klitschko loss, and it's like they're taking it personal that Klitschko beat or Klitschko lost to Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? When Floyd would beat certain guys or Roy Jones, Larry Merchant would come in hating, saying stupid shit like, Floyd, it was a dominant performance, but why was it so boring? Like, what the fuck kind of question is that? You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones, when are you gonna step up into another? You know what I mean? It's always some bullshit. But let Lomachenko be on the network and do half of what Roy Jones did, do half of what Floyd did, and he gets praised up the wazoo. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. When Lennox Lewis beat Klitschko, just go watch the post. Lennox Lewis, he was like taking the mic because he wasn't trying to hear no foolishness. There, Larry Merchant was like mad that Klitschko got stopped. You see Klitschko's fucking face? His face looked horrible. It's like y'all want people to die in this ring. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, and it's like, oh, you were losing until the fight, and then Lennox Lewis was like, look at the state of his face. Look at the state of his face. Like you talking to me? He was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking. Lennox, hey, Lennox checked him. You know what I'm saying? Larry Merchant this big, Lennox Lewis like this big, and he trying to talk greasy. Like, you didn't look good in the first 3 rounds. Like, shut your dumb ass up, man. You ain't talking about shit. That's why Lennox Lewis checked you. He's like, look at the state of his face. He said the status of his face. I don't know what you're talking about. That shit was funny to me. But anyway, they let Floyd leave. That's the bottom line I'm trying to get at. And they undervalue it. They have, listen, they had Terrence Crawford on the network. When did you ever see HBO really prime their audience for Terrence Crawford? Yet Chocolatito and all these other Triple G who aren't as skilled, pure skill. And I'm not saying Chocolatito is not a good fighter. I'm not saying Golovkin is not a good fighter. But bar for bar, line for line, they're not as skilled. There's not. Listen, people get mad when I kick the science. It's nothing wrong. It's just like in the rap game. If we're talking about rap, certain musicians are entertaining. But if we're talking about lyricism, then you have to put the big L's, the big puns, you know what I mean, Eminems, the Jay-Z's, Biggie Smalls. You have to put them in their own category because they were lyrical. So if we're talking about another rapper, it doesn't mean that he's not a good rapper. Like whoever, let's say Havoc from Prodigy, he has some good songs. You know what I mean? Chingy, he has some cool songs. But you can't tell me Chingy is lyrically what Nas is. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me Fat Joe is spitting like Big Pun. You can't tell me that. So there's nothing wrong with Triple G. There's nothing wrong with Chocolatito. But they start priming those people and telling the audience that these guys are unbeatable and almost sounding invincible. And they got a gym like Terrence Crawford who looks harder to beat. And he is harder to beat because he hasn't been beat. Meanwhile, Chocolatito's losing to a Muay Thai fighter. Back to back, twice. Chingy deals with trannies. Say what? One call away, and you was my baby. Hey, that Chingy kind of not. Every time I'm trying to leave, something keep pulling, and you was my baby. It was word how we met, huh? That Chingy, that old Chingy was kind of right. But Askiar Hussein, shooter, still contributing to the movement. $20 super chat. Thank you very much. Ego Army in the building. New media or no media? Question: have you heard this rumor of Thurman going to Top Rank? Nah, I've heard people ask me that in live stream. I ain't heard nothing about that. Shit, he need to go to the doctor to see what's good with his body because he keeps getting hurt. That's what he need to go to a top physician instead of Top Rank. Cause I mean, I wish him a speedy recovery, but he got to come back. Hey, Thurman, and I said this joke a long time ago, and now it's true. His nickname is One Time, is because he's fighting one time in a year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you before you was one time because you was knocking motherfuckers out. You like putting them to sleep. You had smoke for them. Now your name has evolved. You're one time because you're fighting infrequently. You're fighting one time. Shout out to my main man, Deron Heron, $5 super chat. Yeah, but anyway, the HBO Top Rank, they dropped the ball letting Floyd leave. Period. Listen, okay, from it. Listen, who? Okay, anybody. I don't know if any of you guys own a business. I own a business, so I know straight up. If I had somebody who was working for me, and it was like Floyd Mayweather, and we could have been making money together, and I could have been seeing a cut, and then they bought themselves out of their contract for 750,000, but then they went on to generate the most money out of anyone in history in this sport. They went to generate crazy numbers with Conor McGregor, crazy numbers with Pacquiao. People don't understand. Even the fight with Maidana, that was a very good live gate. That did a really good live gate. People were looking at pay-per-view numbers and stuff. The live gate was big. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me that's a sensible decision. And Top Rank, in my opinion, they're getting ready to make the same mistake with Terrence Crawford. Eminem shitty, he can't rap. I don't believe you. But I mean, that's your opinion. I wouldn't say he can't rap. That's ridiculous, but it's just my opinion. Anyway, Floyd got out of his contract for dirt cheap in comparison to how much he generated. And they're gonna make the same mistake with Terrence Crawford. They're talking about putting Crawford Horn on this ESPN app. I don't nobody has that shit right now. Why put him on an app, but Lomachenko's fight is on the regular ESPN network? You know what I'm saying? You guys start looking out. Crawford, you don't think he wants to tell his friends, hey, you know I'm gonna be on ESPN? You know what I'm saying? What would you rather tell your friends? Would you rather say, hey, I'm gonna be on the ESPN app? You gotta download it and pay $4.99 a month, and then you can watch me fight. Or you rather be like, hey, yo, I'm gonna be on ESPN. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to tell people, you want to tell people, hey, I got a job at Foot Locker at East Bay. You don't want to be like, hey, I got a job at Payless. You know what I'm saying? A job is a job, but you guys get the metaphor. Don't nobody want to be on this fucking ESPN. Hey, if you want to watch my fight, you got to download and pay $4.99. I mean, you could do a 30-day free trial if you just want to watch me and Jeffrey Horn. Like, man, I'm not doing all that. Put me on the regular shit. Has he not paid his dues? You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko, Lanadas ain't no big star. He's a good fighter, but he ain't no big star. Don't put put me on no fuck. I'll be hot. Don't put me on no fucking app. I don't want to be on no app like that. That voice though. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying. So what you want to do is go to ESPN.com, and go to the App Store or Google Play. Sign up for a subscription for $4.99 a month. If you want to watch me and Jeffrey go at it, like, put me on the regular fucking network. That man, I don't want to be on no ESPN Plus. That shit sound like ESPN minus until otherwise until I start seeing some shit for a bit. That's ESPN minus. Ain't no fucking ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus is the regular fucking ESPN that's on my TV, not no fucking app. Oh, this is a good ass Crawford fight. This Crawford Horn, man. I'm trying to tell you, this Crawford Horn. I'm watching it on a little device. I'm trying. Man, not everyone has smart TVs. You can be watching on your phone. Oh, did Jeffrey headbutt him? Like, hell nah. Don't put me on no fucking app. I'm just giving my opinion. Don't put me on the app. Put me on the regular shit. Everybody else. How you gonna put Oscar Valdez, Scott Quigg on regular ESPN, but you want to sample out this new app with Crawford Horn? What's a bigger fight, Scott Quigg and Oscar Valdez, or Crawford Horn for a title? That's crazy. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know how Terrence Crawford feels about it. I'm just saying, if I was Crawford, that's how I would feel. Like, I don't put my shit on. Lomachenko get the red carpet treatment. I have more fights than him, and I'm equally. Some people have me pound for pound number one. Don't put me on no app. Chill, $20 super chat. A strip would be good for Thurman. We'll find out if he is an old head, a pride, or a young hungry lion. Damn, he said strip that man. I just, he said that Chris Brown. I just want to see you strip. I just want to see you strip. Hell no. Y'all tripping. Y'all said he got to strip that man. Yo, we got over 200 people in here. We got to get them likes up. Smash. I just want to see you strip. Cause it's Yo, we got to get the likes up, people. Ain't nothing free in this business. Now the streams are free, but my time ain't. So we got to get them likes up. Anyway, I'm just giving my opinion. I've covered top ranked fights. They're very good in terms of like professionalism and stuff like that, like the handling of their fights. But I don't know. The Crawford Horn thing seemed kind of a mess. They said it's gonna be in L.A. I mean Vegas. Then they said it's gonna be in New York. Then they said it was back in Vegas. And then they never announced ticket sales. They never officially announced the fight on their websites or social media pages. Then they said Crawford is hurt with an injury. Then it switched the date. They say it might be on ESPN Plus app. Like, what is it? Like, the fight is coming up, and I don't even know where it's at. I don't know if it's going to be on ESPN. See, I know Lomachenko shit going to be on ESPN because I got the press release. I didn't see where Crawford's fight is going to be with Horn. Y'all got to start taking care of these American boys, man. It's not just about the foreign market. Foreign fighters, that's great. Why do you think people come to America? Because it's a land of opportunity, home of the brave. You know what I mean? People come here oftentimes from different places in search of a better life. So why can we not take care of our fellow American champions and fighters too? You know what I mean? You can take care of the foreign fighter. I had no problem with that. Pacquiao, he did loads for the boxing game. You know what I mean? Golovkin's a good fighter. But my thing is, let's keep it equal. Let's keep it consistent. If you're going to take care of the foreign fighters that come here, no biggie, no problem. But do that to Deontay Wilder. Let me see Wilder get some of this love. People keep saying, oh, Anthony Joshua is selling out 80,000. You know why? Because the fans are fucking great over there in the UK. That, like, listen, I mean, it's been fun talking about this Wilder Joshua, but just look at the AJ protectors. They're really riding for their man. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of them are from the UK because I could tell by their lingo and chat shit, get bang, and all. You know what I'm saying? I could tell by what they're saying and their usernames, and it'd be like some Johnny Brixton. Okay, Brixton's a place in London, so you know it's not really hard to infer, if you will. So imagine if people looked at Deontay Wilder and defended him the way the UK fans defend Eddie Hearn or Joshua. You know what I'm saying? What if people got behind Errol Spence? That man's a terrific fighter. Get behind him. Get behind Terrence Crawford. It would be phenomenal. But like I said, everyone wants to be patriotic when there's the Boston bombing or the 4th of July or some heinous shit happens. Like September 11th or some shit. Now everyone's American. Everyone's patriotic. But when it comes to getting behind these American champions, especially black American or minority champions, Danny Garcia, Deontay Wilder, Crawford, fuck them. Wilder has chicken legs. Get him the fuck out of here. Ask Yara who said $5 super chat. Errol Spence needs to tell Thurman, give me my belts. Wow, in the Triple G voice. I don't know what's up with Keith Thurman's mentality. Yeah, man. But boxing is in a good place. I'm not just trying to like nitpick at the stuff that's not necessarily up to par, but we working at it. We working to get it there. You know what I mean? We're trying to get things in perspective. Today marks the 50-year anniversary of the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King. Rest in peace to a true legend, a man who was about change no matter what your background was, your creed, your color. He wanted the best for people. And is one of this nation's best speakers. Very, very powerful. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if Martin Luther King had a YouTube channel. And what if he was talking boxing on YouTube? That motherfucker, he was powerful. Martin Luther King. I have a dream. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder will one day grace this wonderful ring. That all our sisters, brothers and sisters unite to make the fight. Eddie Hearns don't want to see it. And I'm getting so frustrated. Hey, Martin would be real on a YouTube. Hey, that Martin Luther boxing. Hey, he'd be like, in new media, we coming to get you. Oh my gosh, that shit. Hey, Martin Luther, he had the realest. And the whole YTBC come to death row. Like, oh shit, Martin. Hey, shout out to MLK. MLK would have got these fights made. That's all I'm saying. I have a dream that Keith Thurman, he'll decide to vacate his belt if he doesn't want to fight Errol the True Spence Jr. He should even fight him in DeSoto, Texas. Just like the Freedom Riders. We was in Alabama on them. Like, oh shit. Martin getting shit done. Malcolm X would have had a dope. Malcolm X, his boxing channel would be different. He'd be at the right. He'd be at the window with a rifle. Yeah. So Keith Thurman, I'm gonna need you to fight Errol Spence by any means necessary. Fight him. Like Malcolm was on some different stuff. So we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Like he would get the fights done, but it would be by any means necessary. Malcolm have a Glock. Yeah, Joshua, Eddie Hearn, what's up though? What's up? Get your hand out of my pocket. Yeah. That was a classic Denzel. He should have got an Oscar. Whoever won the Oscar needs to be slapped. Whoever won the Oscar the year Denzel did that performance, they need to be slapped because Denzel should have won. I don't care what movie it was. Denzel won it because he did his. Yeah. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on. He played his ass off. Asker who said $5 super chat. Showtime put on a good promo for Jamal, Charlo, and Hurd. That ring resume thing. I didn't get to watch it. Y'all want that? Listen. I got to expand the team because I'm one person. This shit's getting bigger than Nino Brown. Y'all want merchandise and stuff. I'm going to have to start making some expansion so I can focus on things like that. That's straight up. I'm not making no excuses. It is what it is. I know I said the hats come in and stuff, but that's the bottom line. It's like I put out a lot of content and streamline that. It takes me away from other stuff. And then sometimes you want to just chill. You don't want to be worried about YouTube. So we got to make some expansion or something. That's the only way I really can see getting everything done. I think we're doing a good job though. But yeah, we got the Mexico ego hat. We gotta get that cracking. I might come out with the clenbuterol hat. You feel me? I need that clenbuterol ego boxing ego joint. Nah, fuck with y'all. So some of y'all, yeah, I'll take one. I'll take one of them cleans. I'll take one of them clean hats. That sounds good. So y'all just go with anything. Y'all was really about to buy a clenbuterol hat. Be at the grocery store. Cool fucking hat, huh? Clenbuterol. Hell nah. Listen. Y'all funny as hell. Clint Ego Veliroids. Hey, y'all doing too much. Hey, shout out to my man D Bevel. He said one of the in case y'all missed it, I posted this on my Twitter and Instagram. He had one of the funniest like comparisons or whatever you want to call it. Listen, y'all listening, if y'all want to hear the joke, can I get a hell yeah? And could we get to 150 likes, please? Do y'all want to hear the joke? Can I get a hell yeah? And let's try to get to 150 likes. I'm gonna tell you this like joke he told me. I thought the shit was funny. All right, so what he said, He said Canelo versus Golovkin 1 ended in a draw. Fact. And he said Canelo versus Golovkin 2 ended in a withdraw. That's funny. Get it? Draw, withdraw. I thought that was funny. He said Canelo versus Golovkin 1 ended in a draw. And guess what? Canelo versus Golovkin 2 ended in a withdraw. I thought that was pretty clever. Bars. Bars. The motherfucker said it ended in a withdrawal. Bars. Team Clean. Yeah, man, we run boxing, people. Ego's Army, we run boxing. Like, it's just what it is. Like, we have fun with it. We have a couple of jokes. Yeah, y'all don't like a couple of jokes, huh? Like, we get it in. Do the Chucky Canelo. Y'all tripping. I'm waiting for a battle rapper to put some Clint Buterol in their bars. Um, Clinton for life. Hey, what's up with the WBC? Keep vouching and saying Canelo is innocent. It was meat. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, how does anyone know that? How does anyone know what? Like, unless you in his camp. Like, how do you know what he is, if he's doing it or if he's not? I don't know. Y'all doing too much. How am I gonna make some woman beater hats? This ain't Ruben Guerrero. What the fuck I look like going to the mall with a woman beater hat? I'm fuck around and get a charge like Broner got and shit, get arrested. Like, the fuck? Someone said a woman beater hat. Like, what is it? I'm in JC Penney's with a woman beater hat. What's up? I'll Ray Rice you. I punched Lana Del Rey right in the face twice like Ray Rice in broad daylight in front of elevator surveillance till her head is banged on the railing to celebrate with the Ravens. Eminem was spitting on that. He killed that. Did y'all hear that cipher? Eminem said, he said, I punched Lana Del Rey right in the face twice like Ray Rice in broad daylight in front of elevator surveillance till her head is banged on the railing to celebrate with the Ravens. Oh my God. Who said that M can't spit? Yeah, y'all motherfuckers is tripping. Said Eminem can't spit. That boy was going off. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. M said, I punched Lana Del Rey. Have you ever heard of the singer Lana Del Rey? He said, I punched Lana Del Rey right in the face twice like Ray Rice in broad daylight in front of elevator surveillance till her head is banged on the railing. Then celebrate with the Raven. Oh my. Eminem was going off. Y'all tripping, talking about M can't spit. She. Bars. Boxing Ego, we got the most bars. M got mean bars, you tripping. Canelo's a cash cow. Damn. Golden Boy, you gotta do something, baby. Keep it boxing? No, leave the stream. Listen, for everybody that tells me to keep it something, then I'm not doing that. So just leave. You don't run shit here. I run shit here. You just watch here. Like, I hate, that's the worst thing. You get your own live stream and talk about whatever you want. Keep it boxing. Fuck this hip hop hootenanny. Leave. We don't need you. Ego Army is good. I'm not trying to be a prick. I'm not trying to be cocky. It's just like y'all be coming in trying to control the stream. No one's tripping but you. Anyway, Danny Garcia versus Shawn Porter. I like that fight a lot. Ego, make him check in. Man, I'm saying, like, just chill. It's a stream. Like, I can't even take a sip of my drink. Keep it boxing. No drinks. Like, this ain't no sweatshop. Like, chill. I got this. Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter is not announced. I did a video about it. Mauricio Suleiman, president of the WBC. In case you guys are all tuning in, the president of the WBC says he plans to order Danny Garcia, Swift Garcia versus Showtime Shawn Porter for the interim WBC belt. Shout out to Nick O from Australia, holding it down under, $20 super chat, bang, gang gang. He says hashtag Ego Army. I'm telling you, Ego Army is getting stronger. YouTube ain't even sending out notifications, and we still got the viewership. We still hitting our numbers. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I just found something out about the YouTube. I watched, they have like a YouTube channel with videos. If you hit the bell icon, then you'll get the alerts. This is how it's supposed to work. And if you haven't, then you probably have to unclick it, refresh, and then re-click it. But the way it's supposed to work is this: if you hit the bell icon and it looks like it's a bell ringing, then you should get the when I go live, up to 5 a day. So if I did 10 live streams, they're not going to keep sending you alert after alert. That's how it's supposed to work. Now, based on what you watch on YouTube, if you haven't hit the bell icon, their algorithm is supposed to send it to people based on what you watch. So the people, it prioritizes it. Allegedly, that's their machine learning. So allegedly, if you watch a lot of my content, then you're more likely to get the notification. But if you only watch one of my videos in a month, then you probably wouldn't get the notification when I'm live, unless you just happen to be on YouTube and then you see it. So that's how it works. So if you want to be Ego Army and you want to get alerted when we go live, stuff like that, because I haven't really been in the habit of scheduling streams. You know what I mean? I just do it whenever. So it's kind of hard for the fans to know. So the best way is to hit the bell icon. I get the notifications and didn't hit the bell icon. Well, that's what I just mentioned. You'll get notifications if you watch my videos. They're trying to do it like Netflix, people. They're trying to do it like Netflix. They're trying to do it to the point where based on what you watch, they're trying to recommend stuff that they feel you would like. But the most surefire way is if you hit the bell icon. If not, it's the machine learning supposed to base it off of what they feel your taste is. You know what I mean? Like when I go to Netflix, if I watch 2 war movies, they may say like, "Oh, you should watch Full Metal Jacket. This is what we recommend." So something like that. Or how you watch YouTube videos on the sidebar, it'll have related type videos, same concept. Anyway, Danny Garcia versus Shawn Porter is not official. There's no date. There's no venue. Fighters haven't agreed to it. But I like that fight. I hope it comes off because listen, Keith Thurman is injured or whatever. I don't even know when he's coming back. I don't even know when he's coming back. So it's unfair to people who want to compete having to wait for somebody who's not fit for competition because they're injured, because they don't want to fight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like AJ. See, this is the thing. People, listen. AJ Wilder wants the belt. You can make a million excuses or whatever. You can say he'll lose. None of that matters. The bottom line is he's a champion and he wants the opportunity. Same opportunity Dominic Brazil got at the title. Same opportunity that Eric Molina got at the title. Klitschko coming off a loss got at the title. Wilder wants that opportunity. Point blank, period. And see, people want the A side, the cool shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm the A side. Yeah, I get the lion's share of the money. I get this. I get to walk out and have oomps, oomps, oomps. You know, I get to dance and have pyrotechnics and Cisco thong song playing. And she had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? All night long. Let me see that thing. Like, you know, they want all the cool shit associated with the A side. But guess what? She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? All night long. Let me see that. Like damn, AJ just walked to the fucking ring and shit. You coming out to fucking storm from the X-Men in the sky. And her eyes turning white and shit. Like, if you don't just get in that fucking ring, AJ be walking out. We're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it. Just we're not. That like when Canelo beat Chavez Jr.'s ass and Golovkin walk out to the ring. They fake ass Stone Cold Steve Austin ring walk. You you're that glass ray. And then what's that Golovkin? Boom 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 boom. He was Golovkin ass walking out like he the president. Boom 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 boom. Hey no guy. Hey no. Boom 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 boom. Why did Golovkin walk out? Canelo looking hella mad and shit. Golovkin, hey, everybody, listen. Walking out like Miss Universe. If you don't get up in that fucking ring, Golovkin, ooh. Hey, my fight for everybody. Oh no. Oh. Like Golovkin, just get up in that ring, please. Hey no, hey Max, yeah right, fuck you. Like that. I like what Golovkin. I love. I see why Eddie Murphy be laughing at his own jokes when he doing a stand up. I'm funny, fuck y'all. Listen, Golovkin, I like him because he be like, he'll dish you, and he's like sneaky with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey Max, yeah right, fuck you. Like, did he say fuck me? Say it again, Golovkin. Say it again. I'm gonna slap you. Golovkin, say it again. And Max will be like, wow, you just knocked out Daniel Gill. Max, hey, Max be doing hella extra with the wow, Golovkin. After a performance like that, wow, like, come on, it was Daniel Gill, son. Stop it, Max. Oh my gosh, my cheek hurt. Wow, you just unified. What? Like, whatever. Do you want Canelo next? Hey, Matt, I said it before. Fuck you. Yeah, right, Matt. Oh, my gosh. Let me stop. Yeah, I remember Max Kellerman rapping when he looked like a skinhead. When he was rapping like Remy. You're nothing, man. You're nothing, Malik. You're a monkey. He had that Remy and higher learning look to him. You're nothing, man. You're a monkey, Malik. Hey, we having fun today. Fuck it. Wow. Gennady. Wow. Okay, I'm about to end this stream. My man Fluffy said Mac. Ego Army is funny as fuck. Oh my gosh. He said Mac. I'm about to end this stream. Y'all are clowning. He said Max looked like he was a member of House of Pain. Pack it up, pack it in. I came to win. That don't mean I won't take it up. Hunky better back up. Oh my. Get up, stand up, come on, put your hands up. If you got this, jump up, and get down. He called him Everlast. Oh my gosh. Like John McEnroe, if your girl stabbed me, I'm slapping her hoe. Word to your moms, I got the same song. I got more rhymes than the I bet they at the Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh my god, y'all funny. So get out your seat and jump around. Hell nah. Yeah, I like when Golovkin be clowning though. He'd be like, Billy Joe. He'd be like, Billy Joe. He's a clown, fucking clown. I'm Like, like stop asking me about Billy Joe. What if Golovkin didn't even have an accent? What if he was just like, "Hey man, say man, don't be asking me about no Billy Joe Saunders." Like, damn, what happened to your accent and shit? He said, "How do Willie Monroe's punches feel?" Willie Monroe, he's good. He's good. I respect him. He's not. Like that's a contradiction, Golovkin. You just said you respect him, and then you just said something disrespectful. That's a contradiction, Gennady. He's like, hey, no, Willie Monroe, I respect him. He's good. He's a good fighter. Good fighter. He's not. Like that actually makes no fucking sense, Golovkin. You just said he's a good fighter, and then you just said you don't. You said you respect him, but then you said he's nothing. Okay, Golovkin. His punches like tick 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 tick. Hey, if I punch some dude hella times and shit, and they said my punch was like tick tick, I'll be kind of hurt. That has to. That has to. That's one of those things where someone says it and you probably don't react immediately. You're like, man, fuck you, right? But later on, like a week later, after the confrontation is over, that's when it's gonna hit you. He said my punches was like tick tick tick. This motherfucker did not do that. It's gonna hit you. When you have the adrenaline going, it's not gonna hit you the same. You be like, man, fuck you. I was hitting you hard as fuck. But then when you with your girl watching a movie, you go to see Black Panther for the third time, you're just gonna be like, this motherfucker said my punches was like tick tick tick. And your girl's like, what are you talking about? T'Challa said that? No. I'm thinking about what Golovkin taught me, what he said 2 weeks ago and shit. He said I hit like tick tick tick. That shit sound disrespectful. Tick tick tick. Have you ever seen like a tick? That shit sounds small. He said his Willie Monroe, he's not. He's not. His punches, his tick tick tick. Like damn, I know you got a chin and all that, but fuck, tick tick tick. Can you add some cool sound effect? I want you to have some Batman sound effects. The Adam West crash, bang. He hit me like boom, like hell nah. Don't be putting. What if you're watching that old school Batman and it was like Batman punch, tick, 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 and that's all it said on screen and shit? I'll be hot. I'll be trying to throw some smoke. How's this for a tick? It's still a tick. And hey, Willie Monroe is not tick tick tick. Like don't be tick tick ticking my shit. Anyway, I feel bad for Golovkin because he was about to get that paycheck, but he kind of. I told y'all. See, new media, we on point. I told y'all, Golovkin, when he did that ESPN, listen, look at the timeline. New York, whatever, Nevada State Athletic Commission, they were, they didn't say nothing about this temporary suspension until after that Golovkin interview. Look at the timeline. And I'm not saying it's his fault. He didn't make Canelo test positive or have something in the system, but he sure enough did bring attention. Him and Abel. See, they listen. You fucked around and fucked the bag up for everybody. You could have just been like, man, I don't know what Canelo did, but I'm still trying to fight him, and we're gonna settle this in the first fight. You should have just left it at that, because you kept doing this, and then you speculated, and then it got everyone talking, and now Nevada State Athletic Commission had to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Golovkin talked himself out of that bag. Look, because see, the reason I remember dates and stuff is because I'm recording this. I'm talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually, like, making videos of this. And Nevada State Athletic Commission, do the homework. Go look at the timestamps. They didn't say shit about Canelo being suspended. The news broke that Canelo tested positive 3 weeks before they announced the suspension. And it was days after Golovkin was like, he's dirty, his muscles. That was like, tick, tick, tick. He did all that shit on that ESPN thing. And then all of a sudden, Nevada State Athletic Commission comes out, we're suspending Canelo, and he has a hearing on April 10th. And I'm telling y'all, Golovkin talked himself out that bag. If you were still trying to fight him, you should have just see. That's crazy. It's one thing to talk shit, but you talking shit, but you still want that money. You still want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch it. Point blank. Period. He called them the mafia. Oh, see, now I'm starting to think. I think in that ESPN interview, he was also saying stuff about how Canelo's always been protected. The first fight and the scorecards and Oscar De La Hoya's dirty. So Golovkin, I'm telling y'all, he brought. He didn't. He's not responsible for what Canelo had in his body. I'm not suggesting that. That would be stupid. Pause. He's not responsible for that. But he brought an immense amount of focus onto. It's like, put it this way. Let's say where I need a shooter. Name first shooter. Say here, just one of my shooters, because I'm gonna use you in this example because we interacted with it. Shooter. Somebody say here so I know who I could use for this example. Any shooters in the building right now? Smash the like button too. Okay, J Dog, I'm gonna use you. It's kind of a fucked up example, but you my dog, so J Dog. Let's say J Dog, his wife or something, was found murdered, and the police are trying to find out and tie whoever did it to the crime, right? Now I didn't murder the woman, but if I was like, hey, y'all better dig up that backyard, start excavating, I don't know, there might be some. Then I changed the direction of the investigation. They weren't even thinking about digging in the backyard. They're just trying to understand like where the missing wife was, and then I changed the course of the investigation. So does that make me the murderer? No, but I pointed them in the direction, and that's what Golovkin did. You get what I'm saying? Golovkin, he put the focus onto and more pressure onto the whole ideal that there's some dirty plays being ran, that Canelo always has help on the scorecards. He has help with whatever he wants. He's spoiled or whatever. He's dirty. He's been dirty. His muscles, they were poof. You know what I mean? He's saying his muscles had needle mark. So Nevada State Athletic Command, they can't just ride it because now they're gonna look dirty because you basically accuse them of being dirty and you change the course of the investigation. Period. Shout out to J Dog. He said true. He shed more light on the situation, but fucked himself out that bag. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's responsible for whatever Canelo was or wasn't doing for added enhancement or whatever. But he changed the course of the investigation. Like, and the other thing is, if I'm like, hey, you better dig up that backyard, then now I've intervened and I've added myself into the. So if they want to call me and hey, how'd you know that? You know what I mean? I'm part of the investigation now. And that's just what it is. So, hey, if Golovkin fights Spike O'Sullivan, I'm not. I wouldn't be mad at Golovkin, but I'm telling you, that's not it. That's a horrible fight to replace. Listen, like I said, Showtime's killing because Broner and Omar Figueroa, that fight fell apart, and guess what? They replaced it with an equal or greater fight in Jesse Vargas. So if you go from Canelo, I was born ready, to Spike O'Sullivan, that's horrible. I'm talking about from the business. No disrespect to Gary Spike O'Sullivan. Salute to the guys that lace him up, and salute if he's down to fight a monster like Triple G. But that's not a good fight. You beating Anton Douglas is ego. What you call him in your other video? LOL. That's Soda Popinski from Mike Tyson's Punch Out. That's what he looks like to me. Or type in Tom Hardy Bronson. He looks like Bronson. He don't even look like he's part of this era. He looks like he's part of the alcohol prohibition or some Al Capone. I'm the boss, see? Nah, nah, nah. Like, you don't even look like he's. Who are you right now? You look like Dick Tracy's enemies and shit, like a villain in a James Bond movie or some shit. Fucking Gangs in New York looking, the Butcher looking ass. Like, who are curled up mustache? What the fuck? You look like a youthful Penny. What's it? Dude from Monopoly with the Uncle Pennybags. You look like a youthful Uncle Pennybag from Monopoly. You know when McDonald's be playing that Monopoly challenge or whatever the fuck. You see Spike O'Sullivan. Do not pass go. Go straight to jail. He just looked like he wears suspenders. That's all I'm saying. I'm motherfucker. Like, are you wearing suspenders? Hey, dog. His ring walk got a robe with suspenders. You just look like you wear suspenders. I ain't never met that. How you look like you wear suspenders? Pulling it out and shit. Why people with suspenders always be playing with them and shit? Like, hey, bro, you don't even look like part of this generation. Ah, what's a cell phone? Like, what you mean, what's a cell? You don't got one? I use a rotary dial. Like, what? Where the fuck you from? He looks like a hipster barber from San Francisco. I'm done. You respect Triple G for taking Sullivan instead of Andrade? What are you talking about? I just told you to fight. I'm not checking for it. See, listen, y'all got to learn how to listen. I'm all up in here. The Vampire Street. I don't like the fight. I just told you that. You try to make it, oh, so you prefer this over Ramirez? Like, I didn't say that. I didn't say I like this better than Andrade. I didn't say nothing even remotely close to that. I said he's wearing suspenders. He looks like a youthful Uncle Pennybags, Soda Popinski. Those are the things I said. No, I would prefer Andrade get the fight. I would prefer Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez get the fight. What did Andrade do to earn the fight? But then what did Spike O'Sullivan do to win the fight? You can't say that. That's stupid. Y'all are weird, man. What did Andrade do? What the fuck did Spike do? Because he put some wax on his mustache? Like, what did he do? Beating Antoine Douglas, who already been stopped before and never amounted to what... Antoine Douglas was kind of like an Amir Imam. He looked like flashy, like he had the tools, and he was getting, you know what I mean, he was getting the praise, but he didn't amount to what he was projected to do. It sucks, but it's all fucked up because Canelo messed it up. I agree. That's all I'm saying is like, I don't like the fight, but how can I get mad at Golovkin? I mean, I try to be reasonable in this boxing game. Some people are like, that's fucked up, and I mean, they got to save their thing, their card. And I explained it to you. If y'all want me to explain it again, we need that 200 likes. We need 200 likes. Smash the like button. I'll explain it again if y'all want. Beer Gang. Y'all want me to explain this again? 200 likes. Or let's get close to it. I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, you guys got to be realistic. Daniel Jacobs, listen. I'm going to explain this again. If someone disagrees, just tell me what I'm not making sense about. Daniel Jacobs has his own HBO main event card, right? If you remove Danny Jacobs, who is my dude, I was just talking to him in the, I posted a video of him kind of clowning Canelo, and he responded, so we had a little dialogue. That's my dude. I would love to see him get another crack at Triple G, but I'm talking about the business that you guys always want to talk about. Jacobs has his own date, April 28th or whatever, right? So he's in camp. It would be great for him to rematch Golovkin, but HBO would have to pull him off his own card to make that. So that's one less card for HBO. Because Gerald Miller versus Johan Duhaupas, I don't know that is strong enough for a main event. You know what I mean? And usually HBO cards have a main event and a co-main event. So what are they going to just put Miller versus Johan Duhaupas and that's it as a main event? So if Jacobs hops off one card to fight to Triple G, that's going to fuck up HBO's schedule. You know what I mean? Where they can have two paydays. And what about all the people that bought tickets to New York to go see Jacobs and two Brooklynites fight? And now they pulled him. Now you have Miller's fight elevate to a main event, which isn't strong enough. It just doesn't really make sense. Charlo's fighting April 21st. He got his own fight with the WBC Eliminator. Um, so I mean, there's only certain guys that he could fight. Jacobs and Charlo, of course, are better fights, but I mean, what's the likelihood of them being pulled out of their own current assignments to take it last minute? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know that it's that great. Their chances. I do like Zordo Ramirez though. Billy Joe Saunders already said he's not fighting May 5th. He said he'll fight him in June. HBO, I don't. Golovkin's already in camp now. He's not trying to wait till no July, and then have Billy Joe Saunders. I want a couple things me way and all that shit. So no, if he's not ready by May 5th, then that fight probably has to take place later. Cause why are you gonna wait and then Billy Joe Saunders and you can't agree and he's talking about I want a couple things me way. Yeah, yeah, a couple things me way. I heard Peter Quillen's an option. Nah, I don't think so. I just talked to Pete and he didn't say nothing about that, so I don't think so. But who knows? It's boxing. So yeah, I mean, I could think of a million fights that are better, but you got to look at the whole picture. Are you really gonna pull Charlo and Jacobs out of their fight? Maybe, but it's gonna fuck up their. It's gonna fuck up a Showtime card and an HBO card in the process. Billy Joe Sanders said he can't make it by May 5th. He won't be ready. Zordo Ramirez is a good fight. Derevchenko's a good fight. Andre's a good fight. Not really checking for Spike O'Sullivan. I just, like I said, props to him for stepping up and being down, but I'm not trying to see that. Like, that's a. Listen, pay per view? They got to take that off pay per view ASAP. ASAP. Because Golovkin, listen. This is what I'm talking about with HBO. Oh my gosh. HBO does all this to market Lomachenko and Triple G and Chocolatito. All this push that they get when they were on the network, because some of them, like Lomachenko, not on it. But all this push, and these guys still aren't like household names and or pay-per-view stars. Still. You get what I'm saying? And you have the proper push. You have the complexion for the protection. HBO is backing you and telling people that Golovkin's pound for pound, and you still don't do crazy pay-per-view numbers. So if Jacobs and Golovkin and Lemieux didn't do good pay-per-view numbers, what the fuck is Spike O'Sullivan gonna do with Golovkin? Because Jacobs versus Golovkin and then Lemieux versus Golovkin are far better fights, and at least they're punchers and more known. People don't know Gary Spike O'Sullivan like that. So they better take that off pay-per-view. HBO, you gotta do something, baby. Showtime's wrecking shit. And that I'm sorry. I can't see how that you would have to get a dope ass co-main event. Like I'm talking about Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis or Gary Russell Jr., Jojo Diaz. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to come up with a killer undercard if you want to really charge pay-per-view for some Triple G. And this is going to show you how big Canelo is. Because if he does fight Spike O'Sullivan, I hope it's someone else. But if he does fight Spike O'Sullivan and it's on pay-per-view, you're going to see what type of numbers Golovkin does when he's the A side. Because the Golovkin Canelo did good numbers, but Canelo's a rock star. That's why. And knew he's not in the division as Rung Vasai. He moved up. I can't do the music. I'm doing something with my computer. So it's I can't play it this particular stream, so you guys have to excuse the inconvenience. We don't have the chill music. But it'll be back. It's just I'm doing something on the computer, like a restore or whatever. Showtime killing him. Hey, we're 9 likes away from 200. Smash the like button. Oh, that's right. I knew he is fighting that McDonald dude. Derevchenko's. See, listen. They're pretty fucked up with this fight. because the best names probably have their own fights, like the Jacobs rematch or Charlo. Derevyanchenko is a good fight, but he's not known. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a hard sell. Demetrius Andrade, he's been kind of inactive. Real boxing fans will respect that, but still, that's not a name that's just like super buzzing right now. You know what I mean? But it's a good fight. Zordo Ramirez, same thing. It's a really good fight, I think, and a challenge because it'd be at a new weight. I'm anxious to see what they do. I hope they can come up with something beyond Spike O'Sullivan. And I'm not trying to disrespect him, but they were talking about Spike O'Sullivan. Listen, a couple months back when it was Canelo versus Golovkin, still before the clenbuterol shit, they were talking about Spike O'Sullivan versus David Lemieux. So that goes to show you where Spike O'Sullivan is viewed in terms of who he's ready for. You know what I'm saying? Because David Lemieux looked horrible in his last fight, and that's the fight that they were going to try to make for the undercard to this. So now that Canelo fucked up with the clenbuterol shit, now he's automatically fighting the top guy at middleweight or one of them in Triple G, but they were just going to make him fight against what's the name? David Lemieux. So yeah, Zordo Ramirez, Andrade, or Derevyanchenko are the best options. I don't want to see Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. versus no Golovkin. That fight is so 2014, 15, one of them years. I'm not trying to see that. Chavez Jr. What are they gonna fight at a catch weight of 205? Listen, I'm not even trying to roast, but if Chavez Jr. can't have a full camp and make weight and be looking like a Skeletor on a full camp, how is he gonna make weight on a late notice? You gonna fight at a catch weight of like 205? This is the no holds barred match. Golovkin, weigh whatever the fuck you want. We gonna come in at whatever the fuck we want, and we gonna see who wins this one. Like, hell nah. Chavez Jr. has fight camps and can't make weight. So imagine him trying to just come in, fantastico, and just come in on 5 weeks' notice trying to make weight. I don't think that's sounding too right. Yo, we just stopped at 200 likes. Smash the like button, people. We working. Triple G versus Maidana? Hell no. Bring back Cotto? Hell no. Cotto lost to Saddam Ali. Golovkin would. That wouldn't be nice. Because I seen a picture of Triple G next to Cotto, and he looked tiny. And Cotto don't want to fight no Golovkin. Hey, I believe Triple G is me next fight. And the big Miguel Cotto wants to prove that he is. That's how Cotto would say it. Cotto will prove. Miguel Cotto be talking in third person. But Miguel Cotto has 3 tickets to the New York Yankees stadium. And if I fight Golovkin, then I will have Freddie in my corner. Like what? Who the fuck is Triple G versus Collins? Who is Collins? Phil Collins? I can feel it coming through the air now. Oh no. Who the fuck is Collins? Bootsy Collins? I'd rather be with you. Ooh, yeah. Hey, you said Bootsy Collins versus Golovkin. I'd rather be with you. Ooh. Hell no. I'm trying to see that Bootsy Collins. That's hella funny. Who the fuck is Collins? I don't even. Y'all just don't. Y'all just going through the rankings or something. Just put, like Golovkin versus Shumpberger. Like who the fuck is Shumpberger? Welcome to Shumpberger, home of the Shumpberger. How can I take your order? The fuck? Collins. Who's Collins? Y'all are funny as shit. Triple G versus McGregor. All right. Tell Golovkin he'll do fucking nothing. He be like, hey, no. And Connor, he's a clown. I don't know what you're thinking, Triple G. Hell no. Triple G versus Kilbrook too? Fuck no. So basically, I'm at midway and Canelo got the computer all realistically. Hell no. Canelo fucked this shit up. Canelo fucked this up. They scrambling. They scrambling for this card. Man, it's slim pickings out here. Y'all talking about Triple G versus Bootsy Collins and Phil Collins. Yo, Ego, you high as fuck, huh? I don't smoke, bro. I have fun with my job. This is what I do. I'm an entertainer. I don't even care. Don't even call me a reporter. I'm an entertainer. This is what I get paid for. So, no, I'm not high. I don't do drugs. I ain't even really drank in like 6 months, really. Well, actually, on my birthday, I drank, but not much. Triple G versus Tyson Fury. Y'all just trolling now. Hey, why did Tyson Fury rip Anthony Joshua's performance like that? He was like, a bunch of wooden tops, not even good enough to be my sparring partner. He was going in. He's like, shitty performance, shit house and bum city. Hey, I like Tyson Fury. That man said bum city. What the fuck? He said bum city. Triple G versus LeBron? Hell no. Alright, that's my cue. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all just saying like crazy weirdo stuff. So it's been real on the live stream. That's my cue when y'all start. Oh, Triple G versus LeBron. Okay, I got shit to do. Triple G versus Michael Keaton. He was the best Batman. Okay. Good talking to y'all. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We just working, people. His punches is nothing. Had no. Willie Monroe. He's tick 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 tick. He's nothing. Hey, that's wild disrespectful to say somebody is nothing. Hey, that was wrong of you, Triple G. Had no clean. had a butyrol. And Canelo is muscles. And muscles and butyrol. Oh. Yo, let's end with the Q&A real quick. Put Q&A and then your question. Super chat questions get expedited. So if you leave any super chat with your question, those questions get answered first. If not, just put Q&A and your question so we can end this stream in style. No questions? Damn, my job is easy tonight. Pensacola, we talk tonight. No questions? Triple G versus Phil LaGreco? Hell no, that's Amir Khan's work. All right, Highness, Q&A, Keith Thurman, a return, and who? I don't get your question. Who's Keith Thurman gonna fight? He gonna fight the doctor because he's injured. Keith Thurman gotta fight the physician because he's injured right now. He'd be like, hey, remember you said I'll be ready by May 19th? Like, Q&A, do you think Wilder will get the AJ fight next? No. I hope, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I wouldn't hold my breath that he gets it next. Listen, Eddie Hearn keeps saying different things. I don't know what. Hold on, stop the questions, pause the questions, because I'm gonna rant real quick. Pause the questions, or you could keep writing them, but I'm not gonna answer because I gotta respond to this question. But listen, I don't know why people have Eddie Hearn as a shit house. Wow, y'all tripping. Listen, it's okay to be real. In this society, new media made it cool to tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. It's okay. Eddie Hearn is saying conflicting things. Listen, the ESPN article I talked about in the video. Let's talk about it, people. The ESPN article says Eddie Hearn wants to make an offer to Team Wilder this week. And they said in that article, and I'm paraphrasing, even if we decide to fight somebody else this summer, we want to get a deal in place to fight Wilder in December or late fourth quarter, right? So two inconsistencies just with that. Two inconsistencies just with that. One, why is Eddie Hearn the A side, him and Joshua are the A side? Why is he preparing the deal? But when Joshua was saying, "Oh, Wilder could have been here, but he didn't send me an offer. He never sent me a contract." So I was making the point back when people were saying that, yeah, Wilder, if he really wanted to fight, he would have sent them an offer. And I told you guys, I said, name a time throughout history where the B side sends the A side the contract and the offer. You think Oscar De La Hoya sent Julio Cesar Chavez a contract and said, sign this. I know you the cash cow, but you signed it. You think Maidana sent Floyd a contract? You know what I mean? Just like Amir Khan. Amir Khan was begging for a Pacquiao and Mayweather fight. If it was that easy, he wanted those fights, he said. Each. He wanted the fights. So if it's just a matter of the B side just send a contract, then why didn't he never fight Floyd? Because Floyd was in the driver's seat. Floyd was the one that's able to make it happen if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Amir Khan don't have the pull to dictate terms to Floyd. Just like these are the guys to the A side shit. Once you establish yourself at the A side, you can't have it both ways. We get it. You let us know that you get the lion's share of the money and you're truly the A side. But once you've established that, then you can't expect to act like a B side in terms of, oh, you send me the contract. It doesn't work like that. Number two, Hearn keeps bringing up interim fights and fighting somebody else except for Wilder Joshua. Why? Why put them through the ringer again? Joshua just beat Parker. Wilder just had a tough test with Luis Ortiz. Why chance it that they lose or look vulnerable or Joshua goes the distance with someone else? You know what I mean? Because all these things would hurt the Wilder fight. So far, only one guy could say he survived with Joshua. So what if another, it'd be just like Triple G. Triple G's not looking invincible anymore. You know what I mean? He never knocked Kell Brook down, even though the corner stopped it. He didn't stop Danny Jacobs, and he didn't stop Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So what's the point? What's the point of keep fighting other people? Because while Eddie Hearn's thinking it's going to build up the fight, it could also hurt the fight, especially if they lose. That's a given. But even if they look vulnerable, then, you know what I mean? Boxing is weird like that. Sometimes people lose to people they weren't supposed to lose to. You get me? So I think Team Joshua, they're inconsistent with the sending of the offer. Do you want the B side to send you an offer, or are you putting together an offer? You know what I mean? You can't have it both ways. That's the A side. But then the other thing is Eddie Hearn kept throwing out Dillian White as a pawn, as a sick'em watchdog to fight Wilder before Joshua, right? And Wilder said, fine, no problem. I'll fight him in the UK. Put Joshua's name on the contract, and I'll whoop Dillian White, right? Eddie Hearn says, no, we can't do that. Why would I negotiate another man on the fight contract with another fighter? It's a case-by-case basis. So now, why is he telling ESPN that he wants to do just that? He says, even if we have a fight with, let's say, Gerald Miller or Povetkin, we want to have a deal in place and already done because of the fan demand. That's literally what he said on ESPN. Link in the description on my original video about this. He says, because of the fan demand, we want to already have the Wilder fight sorted so we can just go straight into that in December. But I thought he couldn't do that. When Wilder said, put AJ in the contract for Dillian White, if I get past him, then we fight. He said he couldn't do that. That's inconsistencies. This don't get mad at me. This is what they said. Talk about Danny. Oh, you American when you get that welfare check, huh? And he also said, oh, I'm sure we can get away with one more. I mean, who says that? We can get away with one more. That's like, if I was a bank robber, that's some shit I would say, hey, we want to pull one last heist. Oh, we can get another one. The feds is on us, but we can get away with one more. You know what I mean? Why? Don't get away one more. Just make Joshua Wilder next. Inconsistencies, people. Do we have any hot seats? I'd love to battle some. Anyone can battle anything I just said. UK fans stay getting played. I mean, just listen. Like, yeah, like people look at these guys as like as if they're immortal and you know what I mean, like Greek gods. These are regular humans. Just because people make money, you're not gonna just tell me whatever, and I'm just gonna run with it. Yes, I'm going to the Lotta fight. I'll be in Vegas tomorrow. No hot seats to close the show. Anybody want to argue those points I just made against Team Joshua Eddie Hearn? Listen. And the craziest thing is the more they argue and fight and fuss, the worse it looks for them because they're not saying nothing. Like people blaming me, I don't have nothing to do with it. I'm just speaking my mind based on what's being told. I don't got no problem with any of them. But at the end of the day, like I said, you're not gonna just force feed me something that I don't believe. Like you got to make me into a believer, and it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense what's being said. Bottom line is, if Eddie Hearn wants to make the fight, he's in the power to do it. If Joshua wants to fight like he says, why are you talking about other fights not named Joshua Wilder? Like literally, why would listen? I'm gonna take it back to dating. Y'all want this last analogy, and then I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna go get some tea. I'm gonna go get some drink some tea. Listen, y'all want this last analogy? Can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I just need a couple hell yeahs. Y'all gotta motivate me. We interactive. Oh, we back, people? Oh, we back in it. Uh. We back. It ain't quiet. We just back with it. Uh. Sounds kind of soulful, don't you agree? Uh. Yeah, yeah. You hear that guitar riff? Okay. Listen. We back, people. Eagle Army, the gang gang. Y'all said hell yeah? I got sidetracked. Y'all said hell yeah? Y'all want me to give this last point? Ego jump up as soon as the music hit. I love music, man. It just be feeling good for the soul. Now listen, I'm gonna take it back to this dating analogy. Let's say you ask a girl if she wants to go to prom with you, right? Just listen, just hear me out. Someone said it's romantic. Hold on, we gotta switch it up. I don't want no romance. Hold on, we gotta switch it. Y'all said we romantic out here. Hold on. All right, let me give you guys this analogy. Let's say you ask a girl, somebody tell me the girl's name. We interactive with these analogies, so y'all know this is live. Give me a girl's name. First one, that's what I'm gonna use for this example. Give me a girl's name, somebody. Karen, cool. So let's say you want to go to Jonisha and Pookie. What the fuck kind of girls y'all like? Somebody said Pookie. You keep calling me, man. You keep calling me, man. He went from Prom King to Prom Fiend. Scotty, they're gonna kill me. That motherfucker say Pookie. Dashiki. Hey, bro. Hey, Scotty, they're gonna kill me. Man, how the hell used to be Pookie? Damn, I don't want to date no girl named Pookie. The fuck? I don't know. They keep calling me, man. They keep calling me. Keep calling me. Hey, Scotty, they're gonna kill me. Sharkeisha, I'm done. Listen, just hear me out. If you ask a girl named Karen to prom, and she says, "Let me think about it," and then a couple of other guys asked her, and she's weighing out her options, what does that tell you? That means she's keeping her options open, and she's not 100% sold on going to prom with you, right? Because if she wanted to go with you and you only, why would she say, "Let me think about it"? Why would she be considering other people's options and telling her friends that? Because she's open to maybe going with you, maybe going with someone else. And the reason, the way I'm relating this to Wilder Joshua is, if Eddie Hearn really and truly wants, if he really and truly wants to make Joshua Wilder, then why is he mentioning anybody else? Dillian White for Wilder, Alexander Povetkin mandatory, Gerald Miller in Brooklyn, and doing interviews with ESPN saying, "Hey, if we decide to do interim fight, why even talk about that if you know Joshua is the killer and he'll knock out Wilder in 3 rounds like he said, and that's the one fight he wants, and that's the fight he said he wanted post-fight? Why are we talking about Gerald Miller? If you haven't even sent him an offer, they said they want to fight you. They said they'll come to the UK. They said they'll meet up with you in the UK to discuss. They said you can come out to the USA to discuss. They said they'll fight in the USA, in Vegas. They said they'll fight in New York. They said they'll fight in the UK. Then why are you talking about it? Why are you talking about Gerald Miller? So to me, just like the girl with the prom date, that shows you something. She's not sold on going to prom with you, because she would be like, yes, and just say yes. If there was no issue, she would just straight away say that. Period. So the fact, that tells me something. The fact that Eddie Hearn is considering or telling the public that he's considering other options, that's all you need to know. Because when I hear Wilder's side, they're not talking about Dominic Brazil. You know what I'm saying? They're not really talking about him like Eddie Hearn's talking about Dillian White for Wilder, or Eddie Hearn talking about Joshua fighting Tyson Fury, Povetkin, Kubrat Pulev, and what's the name? Gerald Miller. And you know what the funny thing is? I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. When Matchroom had Luis King Kong Ortiz, and they signed him for a fight-by-fight, case-by-case basis, he was the mandatory for Joshua around that stretch of time, right? Now, all of a sudden, mandatories are this huge thing. Like, it's of the utmost importance, mandatories. But when Luis King Kong Ortiz was the mandatory, then it wasn't all that. We didn't hear all this like, oh, why would we box Wilder? We got mandatories. We got the mandatories. Where was the mandatories when Luis Ortiz was the mandatory? You know what I mean? Now that it's Povetkin who got hit by Price and went like this. You know what I'm saying? Here, I'm gonna show y'all. Because I like y'all. Listen. Now mandatories. Look. Now mandatory. David Price is not even like in prime relevant, and he made Povetkin do the Bobby Shmurda. Look, the punch was so sharp it turned him into Bobby Shmurda. Look, he did a Bobby Shmurda. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Hey, it's lit. Hey, he did that Shmurda dance. Oh my gosh. Hey. He did that Bobby Shmurda. How Bobby Shmurda, any nigga you heard. Look, I'm gonna show y'all one more again. Look, bow. Oh, Bobby Shmurda. Bobby, Bobby, bitch, with the Roddy, bitch, with the karate kick. Bobby. Oh my gosh, he hit him with that Bobby Schmurda. Hey. So anyway, David Price made your boy do the Bobby Schmurda. And then now mandatories are so important. But when Luis Ortiz was the mandatory for Joshua, I didn't hear one chatter about mandatories. It was like, hey, we got to fight. We got to box Klitschko and whoever else you want to box. About a week ago. And that's the show, man. It's a wrap. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I will be in Vegas tomorrow. Nah, Wilder shouldn't fight Povetkin. Why? He should just keep putting pressure. Them excuses is running out. It's been real, people. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Out, Bay Area. We talk tonight.